in dilemma over poor students. This is what it is. The story here on the splash of the People Daily. The situation here is one of the students pictured here, of a student who actually walked to Kapsabet Boys High School, Kabarnet rather, and he was given a scholarship, full scholarship, to do his 4 years in high school. That is the thirst and quest for education. This is what it is. There is nothing as education. It is the equalizer under the sun. Apart from oxygen, education is the eye-opener. And still on the front page of the People Daily, Gachagua Nyoro War Splits Party emerge in Kenya Kwanza, with one claiming that Kiharu MP should be given more credit for president's victory, but DP Gachagua warns against early poll campaigns. This is on the front page of the People Daily. We have got two gentlemen at crossroads, quote unquote. We have got Kiharu MP Ndindi Nyoro and Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. There we have it. So let me engage my guest, Kevin Katisia. He's an advocate of the High Court as well as Speaker of the County Assembly of Kitui. And Ishmael Nyaribo, who is also an advocate of the High Court. He will tell us, Nyaribo will tell us he's running for something. I don't need to preempt what you're running for. Wakili, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you, Kevin Katisi, as well.
Thank you. Good morning,
Yes. Ishmael, something, you are salivating for something out there. You didn't tell us. You didn't give us a memo.
Thank you, Victor. I think this will come in a better forum, but
yes.
I'm a member of the Law Society, and you know that the elections are around the corner, and I am trying my hand in the Judicial Service Commission
yes.
Nomination, so still awaiting for that.
Principals in dilemma over poor students. What do you make of this headline on the People Daily?
That's me. Yeah,
yes.
That is good. I mean, it's a good headline for democracy in the country. I mean, when you hear that the principals are in a dilemma, it means that people are pushing them to come to a certain conclusion or a certain end. So I think that is not a big issue. The big issue could be if the state organs are interested in entering into that kind of confusion. But party democracy, infightings, these are good for the country because they try to push us towards a certain end. The problem would be if the state organs and the government or the executive
yes.
is interested in putting their hand in this kind of infighting within a coalition itself. Yes.
All right. This one is more of schools. I think the president also talked about it because of the capitation and warned the school principals over increasing school fees. The principals.
Victor, I
yes.
apologize for.
Yeah, but you're still right.
The schools. Yeah,
yes.
I think that the schools really, I mean, should adhere to guidelines from the ministry and should at least understand how Kenyans are hustling. They should understand how, Kenyans are having hard times.
Yes.
And I think when the president comes in and says principals must adhere to the fees guidelines and directives from the Minister of Education,
yes.
I think on that one he's top. I mean, is exactly correct, yes.
All right. Katisia, principals in dilemma over poor students?
Yeah, I think, Victor, I agree with the headline that indeed principals are in dilemma because, number one, all students who have finished their KCPE should be absorbed in the secondary schools.
Yes.
And that now 100% absorption may be a big dilemma to many principals because some may have not performed very well, but still they have to be absorbed. On the issue of capitation, as my senior said, I think it is very clear to many Kenyans that the capitation which is released by the national government to schools is not enough.
Yes.
I am actually a board member in my local secondary school in my village where I come from in Sekuru Ward, and I can tell you, Victor, the money which is released by the government, though they are saying they released some money last week, that money is not enough, and the schools cannot be fully run by that capitation money. Therefore, principals don't know what to do because the president actually, I think he was warning them, telling them that they should not turn students back to their homes when they come to school without the full school fees. You know, school fees, Victor, is not only tuition fees, because the government may assist in payment of some tuition fees, but that is not enough. Yeah, so the principals have to ask parents to make an additional payment. So I don't know whether our schools will be fully operational or what, because even when it comes to school feeding programs, without that extra money paid by the parents, it is not enough to run a school. So indeed, I can say school principals are in dilemma, and we believe that the Ministry of Education and the school aides will be able to meet and agree on the way forward, because when there are all these issues, it is the students who suffer.
Yes.
Yeah, and when you talk, the president is defending poor students, and I agree with him. It's a good initiative, but in Kenya, for you to access quality education, then you must pay for it.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Let's take a look at what we have on the front page of the Standard newspaper here. Raila out to unite his support base with the coast tour. Raila out to unite his support base with his coast tour. ODM leader Raila Odinga begins his visit of coast counties, a traditional base that has been eroded by government and locals who seek to have a voice. However, with his recent forays of Western Kenya bearing fruit, this visit is of high significance. That is what's on the splash of the Standard newspaper. And again, over the weekend, there was that bit of the Jaramogi's Lion Party, pale shadow of the 1992 giant. Aged 32, the Lion Party prides itself as the second oldest in the country after KANU, but with a sharp dwindling national presence and influence, save for its Bungoma County turf, where its party boss, Moses Wetangula, hails from. That is on the front page of the Standard newspaper. Again, something that is also captured on the front page of the People Daily here. Replica, probably. Gachagua, Nyoro War splits Ruto Party, again on the front page of the Standard. Gachagua blames hidden hand for Mount Kenya troubles. That is on the front page of the Standard newspaper. Wakili Nyaribo, Raila out to unite his support base with coast tour. How is it going to pan out this time around? I mean, mobilization and party registration and membership, he's been doing this, I mean, in person. We have got so many parties in the Azimio coalition, but we don't see much of action from those other parties. But here, Raila is out to unite the coast region. What do you make of this?
Yeah, I think, you you have to understand how political affiliations and regions in the country work. Yes. I mean, there is no big difference. Even when you look at since the 80s, certain regions, if it is central or it is the coast or Nyanza, they have not shifted in any way. Yeah. What shifts is sort of a few leaders who want to access national cake. They migrate from their normal base and they go have a piece of cake. And normally they come back. You saw what happened when Raila went to the coast on Saturday, and a large number of people from the Senate Speaker Kingi's party actually came back to the ODM. So I think the problem is the challenges, the teething problems of people having enough, hardship, fuel, hustling, and all that. That's what makes some people migrate from their party. It is really not a question of principle. So when I see that Raila is out to unite his support base, by the way, coast area has not changed to any other party, substantially, speaking. Yes, but if you talk about a few leaders who come up, and they access leadership and they go to State House, or they really go to get a piece of their cake and come back. So regions have not really. If you look at Bungoma, yes, a few people, decided to work in the UDA, but you will realize now that quite a number of those people from Western Kenya are again saying, no, we want to go and want to go to our normal house, which for them appears to be ODM. So it is a normal thing that happens prior to the elections.
Yeah. Kevin Katisia, you're a member of Wiper.
Yes,
Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is also out saying that he's the best man for 2027.
Yes, and I want to confirm that indeed my party leader is the best man for 2027 presidential bid. And I want to say that, you know, Victor...
Maybe you have inside intelligence.
Pardon?
You have inside intelligence. You can tell us how you're planning for the party.
For now, let me respond to your question.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think there's this common saying that out of sight, out of mind. Mm-hmm. And you know, the president, William Ruto, has all the reasons to go and traverse the whole country, saying that he's taking development there, launching projects. But you know, the Azimio principles have to look for a reason to go to the people. And I think the Honorable Prime Minister, Raila Amolo Odinga, is a master in that. And that's why he has started this grassroots mobilization, where he's touring various regions. And I agree with my senior here, Nyaribo, that, you know, you have to go to your bedroom first before you go to the other rooms in the house. And you know, cost is known to be a bedroom to Azimio, and more specifically ODM. And that's why you can see Raila, the other day he held his birthday in Malindi, and now he is going to Coast again. I'm told he will be in Lamu today, yeah, and maybe some part of Mombasa tomorrow. So I think the tour is meant to talk to the people and assure them that Azimio is the way to go. And you know, yes, Victor, politics is local. Yeah, politics is local, and the politicians will listen to the ground. What are the people saying? Are the people with the Kenya Kwanza, or are the people with Azimio? And with the issue of the high cost of living, which the government is struggling to address, despite the government addressing other critical matters like the Social Health Insurance Fund, the critical issue, according to me, is the issue of the high cost of living. And maybe the people, the MPs and who are in power and other Kenya Kwanza allied parties in cost could have realized that many people on the ground are not happy with the Kenya Kwanza government, and many people could be thinking of sticking with Azimio, and that's why maybe we saw those power MPs now joining Azimio and saying no, they want to pledge their loyalty to Azimio because they have listened to the ground. And I want to support this initiative by ODM party and also my own party, Wiper. We have also started our own grassroots mobilization, and we have to go to our people and talk to them and address their issues, because it is only by meeting the people that is when you can know the issues affecting them.
Okay, we address them properly. A quick question, yes or no, is there a split in Azimio?
The answer is no. There is no split in Azimio, Victor, but there are some people who are trying to give that perception that there's a split. Right. And I want to assure you that Azimio is stronger than ever before.
Let's take a break.
The only split we know is in Kenya Kwanza.
Let's take a break. I want us to answer that because it seems there's a lot of disquiet in the Azimio coalition. And as always, they say the 12th commandment is deny, deny, deny. Whether you are caught red-handed, that is the name of the game. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with more. Stay with us.